In this week's Parashat Beshalach, we read the Haftarah in Shoftim regarding Devorah, the prophetess, Devorah the Haneviyah. And the reason why we read that Haftarah is because Devorah Haneviyah also sang to Hashem. Right? In our Parashat Beshalach, Moshe and Bnei Israel sing Az Yashir, a song to Hashem after Hashem saves them from the Misrim, from the Egyptians. And Devorah Haneviyah also sings to Hashem after Hashem helped her against the army of Sisra. So she also compiles and sings a song. So we read that Haftarah. And it's interesting that when the Haftarah introduces her, it introduces her as Eshet Lapidot, the wife of Lapidot. Devorah Haneviyah, Devorah the prophetess, was the wife of Lapidot. Now Chachamim tell us Lapidot, Devorah's husband, was not a learned person. He was not a Talmid Chacham. And that bothered Devorah. And to inspire her husband, to motivate him, Devorah started making wicks, and he had her husband deliver these wicks to the Mishkan in the hopes that he will be exposed to the Mishkan, he will be exposed to the Kohanim and the Talmid Chachamim in the Mishkan. And once he's exposed, he will come to learn more, he will come to enjoy more, he will come to get connected more, and to become more learned person. And Chachamim tell us that her plan worked. Eventually, Lapidot became more learned, he became more of a Talmid Chacham, and her plan came to fruition. Now, Devorah Haneviyah could have kicked her husband out of the house, could have have him sleep on the couch. She could have been much more harsher on him. But she used the method of kindness, of love, of nurturing, of patience with her husband to empower him, to change him. And if that method was needed back then, it seems that Devorah used this kind of method for her husband and for the generation that she led. How much more do we need that in our generation? How much we need that method to inspire our children, right? The love and the nurturing, instead of the harsh and the rigid rebuke. Parashat Beshalach it coincides with Tu B'Shvat. As we celebrate the trees and the fruits of the trees on Tu B'Shvat, one has to ask the question, why do we celebrate now when there are no fruits on the trees? The trees are dry, there are no blossoms, there are no fruits. Why do we celebrate the holiday of the trees and fruits at a time where there are no fruits, then there are no trees blossoming? And the Chachamim tell us, because at this time, the tree is taking root. The roots are forming. The foundations of the tree are being fortified. The sap is going up the tree's trunk and the branches. The kind of fruits that this tree will have, how delicious they will be, how they will look, depends on how much sap will be distributed throughout the tree and how much of the roots will be fortified, right? Right now is the preparation stage. It is the preparation stage. It is the beginning that is important. It's how much you put in the tree and how much the tree is preparing itself that it will yield and benefit from the fruits. And how much more so at this stage, at stage of when children growing up, how important it is that preparation stage, that building foundation stage, that we make sure that in order for them to bear fruit, in order for them to be successful, in order for them to have beautiful byproducts and be successful in life and be happy in life, how much we follow with Devorah's method of nurturing them, building those foundations, building those roots within our children with love and not fear, with motivation and building confidence and not putting them down. Shabbat Shalom.